What is up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Live Locks presented by Scores and Odds. If you haven't already checked it out, you're just making bad life choices. You got picks from me, Meansy, Daniel Chevelson, Analytics Capper, all the greats. Plus, you get access to this nice little prop shopping tool where you can see exactly what we project for each individual pitcher, player, whatever it is, and where the best line is. Like Zach Gallen, we project for 6.47 strikeouts. Current line sitting at 5.5 with minus 150 juice on the over at DraftKings being the best line. Plus, you get access to Grant's Action Lounge, where I'm throwing in every single bet I have on this show every single day, plus all my other bets, exactly what I'm betting, when I'm betting them, so you can get them before the line ends up moving and make a little bit extra money. So go to scoresandodds.com and get signed up. I am joined today by, some would say, my friend, some would say my enemy, some would be a guy that's just here to waste some time. All those things would be correct. Daniel Chevelson, how you doing there, Daniel?
I'm doing all right. I can filibuster with the best of them for sure. Yeah. Do you want to just get right into the nonsense? Do you want to get right into the? No, we have a bunch of picks lined up for sure for the people. But day after for me as a Heat fan, season's over, and I think you're like somebody that holds those Boston tickets. So you're rooting against me actively.
I hedged out a little bit with Miami, so I actually didn't really care who won. Now it's I think a 6K different. It's 12K if Boston wins, for me, and it's 18K, 19K, something like that if Golden State wins.
So. When did you get in on Boston? Because, by the way, good on you for hedging. I was, the hedgers must have really been. It's a sphincter clincher. That Jimmy Butler was shooting that three for sure. They almost got there, and I heard a lot of people had a lot of money, and they just like, I'm not going to hedge. And it's like, It's like some people suggest it's like a loser's mentality or something like that, or it's unmasculine.
I mean, I don't like to hedge, but I do bet good lines. Like I got the Heat, after they lost Game 2 at like plus 550, which seems a little bit off.
Yeah. So when did you jump in on Boston? Because at one point in the season, they were I think like 11th or so in the East. And obviously, they went on a big run in the second half. What number did you end up getting? Or I suppose you got.
I bet it multiple times. Let's see where my Boston lines are at.
Because they were 40-1 at some point, I believe, something crazy.
Yeah, I got it at some pretty heavy odds.
So congrats to everybody who got that.
Yeah, I can't even. I know that I got it at some pretty decent odds, like 20-1. Because I bet it. I can't look at it right now because I bet it on MGM when I was down in Arizona. Like, I got it at decent odds because I had a whole bunch of free bets there from their promo, like the $1,000 risk-free bet, which I keep losing those. I've lost like 4 of them in a row, which if I'm going to lose a bet, I'd rather it be the risk-free one anyways. So, but it's just weird how I keep losing those risk-free ones.
Yeah. And you have Golden State futures on the side as well?
Yeah, I've got a lot of Golden State. I got them generally at 6.5 to 1. I want to say, I've got them all over the place. Some places like almost 10 to 1 earlier on in the season. But yeah, I've got quite a few of those, and I'm gonna I just keep throwing free bets. The other day last Thursday I went up to Casper, Wyoming. Good old
Casper, Wyoming. I've never been.
It's absolutely nothing special in any way.
Okay. They're not going to put that in the back of the DVD or.
Yeah, no, it's. I mean, you can get cheap houses, but
it's cold.
There's wind. It's cold.
Yeah.
It's super windy. Wind is what kills you.
Wind. Okay.
Yeah, like they have to put they put little like wooden things up, like wooden fences up on the side of the freeway to make sure that snow doesn't go up onto the freeway. It's ridiculous.
Oh. It's kind of like Wrigley, but like the entire state's made of Wrigley.
Yeah, it's so windy. Like you can't use cruise control all the time because then I would not want to live in Wyoming.
Okay.
Cheap, but that's pretty much something. But yeah, we got baseball picks to go here. We also got a few hockey picks. I got Chris Kreider under 2.5 shots on goal, plus 100 over at TK. No idea. Carolina?
I'm not sure. Oh, by the way, not to derail the show, like you kind of said, you went to an Apple game.
Yes, got very, very.
Bar?
It was not quite open bar. Just anything I wanted. So I ended up drinking 2 bottles of my hockey game, like an adult. And we pre-gamed before that. Huh?
You stayed the entire game?
Yep. And I bet on the Avalanche in overtime, and they lost. So, well, I might have gotten free sweet tickets and a whole bunch of free food and a whole bunch of free drinks.
It was a net loss.
I lost some money. But no, well, it happens. Other bet I have for hockey is Artemi Panarin.
Over, he's really good.
Yeah, over 0.5 assists, plus 100 over at Caesars. But now let's get some baseball bets. I want to talk a little bit. So the lines aren't up for the Wrigley game.
Yes.
The second Wrigley game. I bet the earlier ones, but I'm putting these in here because I'm going to bet them in the late game, and I'm just assuming that they're going to be similar odds. I'll change them around later on. I'm going to bet them. But yeah, I want Yelich to hit a home run. I want Rowdy. I want Patrick Wisdom. I want Contreras. I want everyone. I don't know if any of them have hit a home run yet here today, but I mean, let's just.
We're in the bottom of the third right now, Grant. We're in the bottom of the third. It's a 1-0 game, Small versus Swarmer, but there has been one homer from
Jace Peterson.
Peterson, who I don't know who, anybody can homer, obviously, but yeah. The winds are blowing out, 20 miles per hour or so. I think it's the left center field, left field mostly. What's interesting is that Smiley's in the night game. Smiley's given up almost 2 homers per 9, dating back to last season, about 200 innings or so. So pretty good sample size as far as what you're going to get of late. And he's also been reverse splitsy. So I'm curious how Milwaukee's going to treat that. He's a lefty. Doubleheader. Usually some guys will rest in the back half. I wonder how much they're going to play. Maybe one of Yelich or Talese, the 2 big lefties, sits or Wong. But also, again, he has given up homers. The lefties, righties, does not discriminate. So I would just, like you said, I would not run away from left on left because Smiley will give up homers to both lefties and to righties. And he's actually, you can argue, he's been worse versus lefties. So I don't know who's going to play. Just kind of be ready, I suppose, when that lineup comes out. Of course, they're playing now, and that lineup won't come out for a while. It's a day-night doubleheader. They're not back-to-back games. But I'm with you, like all the Milwaukee guys, whoever it happens to be.
Yeah, no, all of them. And then I don't mind Contreras, depending on what the odds are going to be. I don't mind Wisdom, depending on what the odds are going to be. Don't mind Frazier, but mostly just targeting some fly ball guys. That's what I want. So I have these guys listed just basically to say, I'm betting these guys next game. I
just want to note, Ashby pitching for Milwaukee,
not a bad pitcher, but not going to go terribly late into the game.
We had 22% fly balls. So he's not giving, no matter what the wind is, if you're not hitting the ball in the air, it doesn't really matter, right?
Yeah, hence why I'm targeting Contreras and Wisdom. Both guys hit the ball in the air a decent amount.
Yeah. I was just making the point, just kind of spelling it out. Not that you can't pick on Ashby, but the Milwaukee side looks more appealing than the Chicago side. But of course, you can play Chicago too. Yeah,
and then Jorge Soler to hit home run. Got it plus 285. I mean, he's in Coors, going up against a guy that gives up a lot of hard contact. I think he's saying at 46%, Feltner.
50% fly balls as well. The sample's not huge, but a lot of fly balls.
Yeah. So, and I mean, Soler just hits bombs. He hit ball hard, ball leave ballpark.
Can you get Jazz for over 1.5 bases? What are the odds on that?
Let's see. It's probably over 2.5. Generally, a lot of the lines in Coors are 2.5.
You better be getting positive juice then if it's 2.5.
No, it's 1.5 minus 143. I think that line's about where it should be.
Yeah. Either way, what would you rather have? I guess it's not even an option, but 2.5, plus 110, or 1.5 at minus 140. Which is better?
I mean, I can look at FanDuel. They offer alt lines, so
yeah. I guess I'm sort of asking because you feel pretty good about Jazz. Well positioned on the road in Coors, leading off, probably gets those 5 ABs, assuming things go fairly well.
Jazz is plus 155, 3+, and he is minus 140 on 2+. And you know what? I should start looking into they don't have a 4+ stolen base or 4+ bases.
Just ladder that up, yeah. Well, that's basically like a homer. It's a way of getting the home run bet with not needing, there's just different routes,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, you can get a single and a double. You can get 3 singles. You can get a home run. It's a little bit safer, but yeah, if they had a 4+ total bases, then I think that would be a fun bet to have.
Yeah, plus 155, and like, what is this a home run bet? Like 3-1? So like, it just feels like I'd rather just bet the 3 bases.
Yeah,
I'm guessing it's about 3-1.
3.6.
Okay.
So yeah, it all depends on how much risk you want to take. Salvador Perez to hit a home run. Salvador Perez. I don't know if you're aware of this, Dean. He's good. He hit ball far. Real far. Going up against Plesac. Plesac bad. He's not good. He's bad. I'm using big words today. Huge contact guy. Salvador Perez just can take anyone a yard, but Plesac has not been good versus righties since the beginning of last season. 208 ISO, 45% hard contact rate, and Perez is going to hit the ball hard. 51% rate versus righties at the beginning of last season, and a decent fly ball hitter. So getting it plus 300, plus 290. I can't remember why I got it. Plus 295. You like that bet?
Yeah, it's funny. That's one of the games I haven't looked at because it's at a weird time, 6:00, and I'm focusing a lot of the DFS stuff, like the early slate and the late slate, and that one's in the middle. Sal, for what it's worth, if you care about such things, he's been cold, and he is just coming back from an injury. But in theory, the matchup is fine. I mean, Plesac is certainly somebody I'm happy to pick on. So yeah, I'm not going to say it's a bad bet. Okay.
Yeah. Then Austin Nola. 2+ total bases, getting it plus 165. Hitting weather's really good over in not Philly, St. Louis. It's St. Louis, right? Yeah, I was getting those mixed up. Yeah, really, really good hitting weather. I think Roth has a 50% increase to.
It's got the fire emoji.
Yep. So it's hot. Wind's blowing out. It's good hitting weather. So plus 265 on 2+ total bases. I'm all over that.
It's a big, I mean, I think the most appealing thing is what you're saying is the plus 155. If that was a coin toss, you're staying away. But yeah, and Packy Naughton, is he not somebody you're afraid of, the opposing mound?
I am not afraid of him.
I know what you did there, Grant. I saw it.
Yeah. Jose Altuve over 1.5 total bases. Probably bad leadoff going up against Blackburn. Plus 122 over at Superbook. I think that line's dropped. It's now you can get at plus 120 still over at DraftKings.
Yeah, I'm on that. Getting positive juice. Probably gets 5 at bats. So sure, I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Let's see. Logan Webb under 4.5 strikeouts. I think the bat has it projected for right at 4.
It's a tricky one. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, Philly isn't a huge strikeout team. Webb isn't a huge strikeout guy, but the main thing is the weather's very good in Philly for hitting today, very good. So I think he's going to get into some trouble.
Let me click refresh. I just want to make sure things have not changed. But I was looking at the Weather Edge earlier with so 72 game sample, right, for Philadelphia in this ballpark. Fire emoji, 89 degrees, 11 miles per hour, basically to dead center, a little bit to right. 34% bump in homers, 21% bump in runs. And yeah, Gibson's like an okay strikeout pitcher, not spectacular, but okay, 22.5%. Like you said, Philadelphia, they're. Wait, no, I'm sorry. I was looking at
Gibson. Yeah,
I think it was that high. Yeah, 18% for Webb. Now there are some strikeouts there in that lineup, but like you said, there's some power, and I kind of like the thought of maybe some homers for Philadelphia. I don't know what the odds are. I haven't had a chance to look at that. Like Schwarber and Harper, but you're probably getting 3.5, 4 to 1, something like that.
Let's see. Schwarber is at plus 380. Harper is at plus 320. Castellanos.
It's probably about where that should be.
Is at plus 540. I kind of like that one.
I don't like Casty at plus 540.
And then let's see. Hoskins is at plus 410. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. I don't hate it. I'm just picking and choosing my spots. But yeah, that's pretty much all my bets. I had this promo over on Caesars, Brazil, Mexico, Nigeria, all to win on 6-2. Just boosted a little bit too much, in my opinion. Their soccer game.
Okay. All right. What's I don't know what soccer is going on right now. I saw the there was a league the UEFA League Championship was this like Madrid, was it Real Madrid versus Liverpool?
Yeah, and people were getting pepper sprayed with who had tickets.
That was wild. And then UEFA was talking about how these people were showing up too late, and it didn't appear to be that way, according to Twitter and according to a lot of the stuff out there. And yeah, it was kind of weird. What a strange. It turns out there's incompetence all around the world, I guess, which is
yes. People act like it's just America. Every person, every country, it's all trash.
Oh God. Well, I mean, that's a little broad for I don't want to put my name on that thought, but yeah, sure.
Well, the world is incompetent. People are incompetent.
Yeah, I mean, as a general, you can generalize, I suppose, at times, sure.
Yeah, as a whole, that's what you're doing, generalizing, and yeah, everything's kind of trash. There are some good people.
Wyoming, you've taken shots at Wyoming, and now you're taking shots at the entire world now.
Yeah. Mars is running. They're playing it better.
Who's this?
Mars.
Oh yeah, Mars.
Mercury and Venus are struggling a little bit. I mean, it's Mercury got like a 1,200 degree swing throughout the day and night. Like Venus, there's molten lava flying down from the clouds. Like, yeah. I prefer Mars. Mars, I feel like Elon's got the right idea.
So, do you think we're going to be in Mars? And I don't know. Well, I don't know. Well, maybe you. Well, probably not me.
Probably not me either.
Yeah, probably. Maybe your child.
I mean, I guess it's potentially possible.
Yeah.
I still think that's not horribly likely.
If money wasn't an issue, would you take like a hypothetical trip to Mars?
No.
I mean, yeah, it seems like. I mean, assuming I don't know, it's a trek, right? You can't just like teleport, as far as I know.
Yeah. How long does it take to get to Mars? These are the things people want to know right now.
What's the over under? That's important.
7 months. Yeah, I don't want to waste 7 months of my life in a spacecraft.
And then you just like see it, and then what? You just turn around, like, okay, this is Mars. Like you got to chill, right, for a while. You got to make it worth it.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing I want to do is pee on Mars. So, like, if they had one of those tents there, like in The Martian, like, most places I just want to pee at. Like, I peed into the Grand Canyon once.
Wait, is that like your like in Home Alone they're
the wet bandits.
Yeah, the wet bandits. What they would do is they would leave the water running. You urinate in the places you've been. That's like
yeah. I almost fell into the Grand Canyon. I almost died. That was a.
Were you drunk? Did you have 2 bottles of wine?
No, I was full on sober. I just had to pee. I'm like, I should pee into the Grand Canyon.
Well, you got to lean over. I've never been in the Grand Canyon. I heard that.
I mean, they have like it's big. Grand Canyon's pretty big. Like they have little things that go out, like little rock formations that go out. I went out into that and I peed in the Grand Canyon.
Was it out in the open? Like it's like middle of the day?
It was open enough.
Is this considered to be classy or respectful or the opposite?
I mean, it's a canyon. It was formed with water. I'm helping it get deeper, putting some more water into the canyon.
Are there like portalettes? Like, what did they tell you? Make sure you go to the bathroom before you go, or how do you?
There was no bathrooms nearby, and I really had to go.
Yeah, and what if it was going the other way? Then what do you do? You're just in trouble.
I mean, then I'm more likely just doing that behind a tree.
Are there trees around the Grand Canyon? I feel like there's not.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's trees. There's bushes. There's whatnot. Like, well, let's see. Let's Google the Grand Canyon. Grand Canyon.
Good marketing, by the way. Named it.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it was called something else. People care about it as much, but Grand Canyon. That sounds like
here's a tree. Picture of the Grand Canyon.
Look at that. There you go. Can you? Did Google take a picture of the exact moment you're urinating? I guess not.
No, but so see, I have these little rock formations that go out, and I was out on one. I'm like, I have to pee. Might as well pee into the Grand Canyon. I didn't do it on like one of these walkways here.
Oh, you're being classy.
Yeah. The worst thing. So I went golfing yesterday. No golf outside the clubhouse. Just no bathroom on the course, which is ridiculous to me.
Do you know? So like, what are those either infomercials, like those 30-second a minute commercials? Are you aware there's a golf club? It's not really a golf club, but you can urinate it into it.
Yeah. I am aware of that, but
do you want that as your wedding gift?
No, because cleaning that's just a pain. I mean, there's trees.
The wife would appreciate it. Would you use that apparatus if somebody had it?
No, I wouldn't. Like, because again, cleaning it's going to be a nightmare. Plus, I mean, you just pee on a tree out in the golf course. Like, look around. No one's there. Like, it's the wild. Animals do it, so can you. Like, dogs pee on a tree, I can pee on a tree.
Yeah, but you're not a dog.
I've been called a dog before.
The level of expectations are a little bit higher for you, are they not? Like, as opposed to dog, as far as when it comes to manners and things of that sort?
No, not really.
Okay.
But,
yeah. So you're saying you wouldn't use this apparatus if it was brand new out of the box?
I mean, I'd probably use it, but I'm not cleaning it afterwards.
Oh, yeah. What if you're the only one that uses it, even still? It's already
It's
tainted.
still pissed. It's still covered in piss.
Well,
Even if it's my piss, it's still pissed.
I think it makes it easier for you to make you get it in the bucket or in the club.
Yeah.
I've not used it personally.
Then you have to clean out the club.
Yeah, I mean, you run the dishwasher. I don't know. I don't know if it's dishwasher safe or what. I don't know how. I didn't really pay that much.
I don't know. This is getting off the rails. We're getting out of here. I need to go take a gosh darn nap.
Did you you need a nap, really?
Yeah.
I was going to ask you about basketball. Did you have a take it, or not just yet as far as Golden State versus Boston? I think so too.
What's the odds on it?
Golden State minus 3.5 in game one, but minus 115 is his DK at least. Yeah,
Golden State's minus 150. I think that line's about where it should be. I think I'd side more edge on the Golden State side of things. But still, like, that's probably about where the line is. Like, the true line's probably the true no juice line, in my opinion, is probably minus 145. Golden State.
I mean, Boston's getting plenty of rest, but I don't know if Robert Williams is like he was worthless the last. He's legitimately hurt, right? And I don't know if he's going to be okay in a couple of days. Who knows how that's going to work out? But he seems like he'd be a useful piece in this series. And if he wouldn't be available, that would be a hindrance. I think Golden State wins in like 5, maybe 6. Maybe I'm wrong in saying that, but that's
you have the crazy idea.
You have the crazy idea.
You type in ESPN, and I was looking at the hockey.
Oh yeah, no, the darn advertisements that randomly pop on. It's just such a pain.
Yeah, it's like, and look, I understand you got to make your money, but don't force it on me. Don't force the volume on me and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Do we just at a normal volume level?
That too. That scared me. I jumped and I saw him. Like, what is that? Yeah. So, are you going to bet anything there? Or you're pretty much set at this point, or maybe
I'm good. I'll bet props during the games. There's not many out right now that I've looked into too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No more homers in Wrigley so far. By the way, 2-1 top of the fourth, and
yeah, it's wild. I mean, I'm still coming back and hammering the next game.
Yeah, I think that's the move. Trying to just see if there's anything else that I was talking about this pre-show with you, and there's no line on it just yet. But Spencer Strider has been awesome. He just doesn't pitch a lot. Looks like they're going to convert him to they're going to let him go as a full-time starter, but they're going to work up as far as his pitches. But if you can get like a 3.5 or something low as far as his number, I'm guessing he goes around 4-ish innings. He's thrown 40. He threw 46 last time, 2 2/3, 20 before that, 11 before that as far as pitches. So, and he's one of their best prospects in their system. I think it's their best pitching prospect, if I'm not mistaken. And the K's so far this year, coming out of the pen, have been pretty awesome. 38.9% awesome. Which is really, really good. The walks too high, 11%. Swinging strikes kind of back up the K's as well, 16.8%. So Strider looks good. Maybe like Atlanta first 5. Well, the thing is that Gallen's pretty good too. Do you like a first 5 under? Kind of like that a little bit.
First 5 under in which game?
Atlanta, Arizona.
I'll check out DK.
I like Strider, and Gallen obviously is really good too.
Strider.
What is that a reference to?
Strider. I think it's Striker from Street Fighter, I want to say.
Oh, I was thinking Striker from Airplane. Have you seen Airplane before?
I have seen Airplane.
Oh, okay. It's a classic. Do I owe you a movie back?
Oh yeah. Do you owe me or do I owe you?
I gotta see Aladdin still. Ugh.
I think I gave something else to you, but I think it was Miami.
I think I gave you. Did I give you Bad Words?
I think you did give me. I think actually, yeah, you owed me one, and I think you gave
I
me
think
bad words. Maybe I'll watch that today.
You'll enjoy Bad Words. You'll enjoy it. It's especially if you like Jason Bateman, right? I assume you do.
Yeah,
He directed it. It's not like if you're not easily offended. It's a comedy, and he plays. I'll just he's an adult. Well, you know this. He's in like a spelling bee contest with like fourth graders. He found a loophole.
yeah. I think I saw the trailer for this. So, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
it's pretty good.
Eric Johnson's asking me about how was my steak. I did not eat a steak yet. I'm going to go make pasta right now. I need food in my stomach, so we gotta get out of here, Dean.
Are you grilling or anything today or no?
No, it's gonna be a lazy day the rest of the day. Don't expect outside of the bets that are gonna come in for the home runs for the Cubs game. Maybe a few others. Don't expect a ton of bets out of me for the Grant Action Lounge for the rest of the day. But I'll have some. I'll have some up in the next few hours when the Cubs game's over with.
All right.
All right. Well, it's been fun, guys. We're out of here. See you, kids.